Okay, so let's unpack this. Have you ever thought that a stand-up comedy set could actually be like a real gold mine for observations about life?
Hmm, interesting angle.
Yeah. So today we're diving into Andy Huggins' special, The Artful Codger. And, forget just the punchlines for a second.
Right.
We're here to explore what his humor actually tells us about getting older and, well, navigating this wonderfully weird modern world we're in.
It's true. Even that joke about edibles versus Lunchables you mentioned, it sort of points to how things change, doesn't it? Cultural touchstones shifting.
Exactly.
Maybe.
And it's kind of amazing how comedy can do that, act like a
Yeah.
like a pressure valve, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. By, exaggerating things and finding the funny side of what we all go through, comedians can sort of shine a light on truths, things that might be a bit uncomfortable or that we just miss day to day.
Totally. Like his jokes about needing new hearing aids and needing a safe word for them. We're counting, 47 steps in a day. It's funny, sure, but it also taps into those little indignities, I guess, the adjustments that just come with age.
Well, it's a way of acknowledging those changes without getting bogged down, isn't it? Finding the absurdity.
Right. It's like he's managing expectations through self-deprecation. Instead of complaining about, say, physical decline, he finds the ridiculousness in it.
Yeah, like the thin bones diagnosis becoming his gangster
Or
name.
being unsteady but deciding he just owns the sidewalk now. It reframes it.
Absolutely. And it's not just the physical stuff either, is it?
No, definitely not. His whole thing about being bewildered by social media, picturing his followers standing by the Kroger bulletin board.
Huh. Yeah. That really lands. It captures that feeling, that slight disconnect with the digital age for some people.
It really does. Makes you think about how fast technology moves and, well, who gets left feeling a bit confused.
Which raises a good point about connection, doesn't it? Technology promises closeness, but Huggins' humor shows the potential for confusion, too, even with something like being followed online.
And then you have just the plain absurd encounters, like getting money from a con man,
I know. Who expects that?
right? Or the surprise detour into an airport lactation room, or that Houston snow angel incident where you couldn't get back up.
It's the unpredictability of life, played for laughs. These moments, they just kind of happen, don't they?
Yeah, that happened feeling. He takes the mundane and the bizarre and finds that human thread.
Exactly. It becomes relatable somehow.
And speaking of relatable, his takes on relationships.
True.
Man, meeting his great love after they both fell off bar stools.
Classic. And his current drink, the Red Bull and Metamucil combo, from, her zombie apocalypse sleepwalking to the camouflage pajama reconnaissance instead of foreplay. It's just, wow.
They're not just funny stories, though, are they? They feel like real snapshots of how messy and kind of illogical human connections can be.
Yeah, if you look at all those anecdotes together, it really paints a picture of the constant negotiation, that intimacy involved.
The compromise.
Right, and the humor comes from that gap, between the ideal relationship and the often hilarious reality.
Then there's his perspective on stand-up itself.
Yeah.
Yes. Or his very blunt advice to new comedians, get the hell away from me.
It's such a grounded view, isn't it? No romanticizing, just a peek behind the curtain of that whole world.
And I think that's what works. It's the honesty,
Yeah.
sharing the struggles, the not-so-glamorous bits. It makes it authentic.
Yeah, it resonates beyond just the jokes themselves.
Definitely.
So, looking through the lens of Andy Huggins' comedy, we've kind of seen that humor isn't just about the punchlines, right? Not at all. It's a tool, a way to observe and process and maybe even cope with, well, everything. Getting older, modern life quirks, the beautiful mess of being human.
So true.
Which kind of leaves you with a thought, doesn't it? In a world that often feels, well, overwhelming. Could finding the humor in our own daily absurdities be a key? A key to not just getting through it, but maybe understanding things a bit better.
Yeah, makes you think. What was it in Huggins' set that made you chuckle? And what might that say about your own experiences?
Something to chew on.
Yeah. Yes.